Back again. Let's hope I'm right way round on my laptop this time. I am, yay. I have no idea why it does that. It just chooses to be difficult. I am, yay. I have no idea why. Right. I've got it this time. Yay. I hope somebody comes back on. I'm so sorry about that. Good morning, card and a cuppa. Oops. I've got my cuppa. And I've got Eileen again. I have no idea why the rotation thing goes strange. I do the same thing every time and it just, I don't know, technology. So I hope you've got your cuppa. I've got my cuppa and I'm enjoying it very much. Today, I'm sort of doing it on the fly today. I couldn't work out what to do for my Facebook Live today. But I'm just going to go by the seat of my pants. So let's see if that works. Oh, probably not. I had a strange morning. I got a message from my daughter saying she needed to be picked up because she dropped a car in for some repair work. Then she didn't need to be picked up, but I'd already got up and had my shower, and that was okay. It wasn't a bad SOS call. Her other people that she'd had lined up to pick her up had to go to work, and she did have a plan, but it fell apart. So we've had worse SOS calls from our daughter, let me say that. One was in immigration in Houston. We had a problem. She went back to her ballet school in America, and we didn't have the right visa for her or something. This is a few years ago. That was stressful. She was detained in immigration for 8 hours and we didn't know where she was because she normally texts us and when she landed. So that was a nightmare SOS call at the end of the 8 hours. But all good. She got through and we fixed the visa and everything. And then another SOS call we had when she flew to Canada, Toronto, for an audition for a ballet school there, and we got her accommodation at can't think of the name of the places. Anyway, she got there and we got this phone call saying that everybody was shooting up drugs just outside. She can't stay here. She's never been so scared in her life. So we told her to get an Uber and get to the closest Starbucks where they had Wi-Fi and we'd sort it out. So those SOS calls are the worst. This morning wasn't bad. Anyway, that being said, she got a friend and she got picked up and everything was fine. And then I've had to be trying to sort out how I can get in to see my elderly mum at her nursing home for Monday. So I've been trying to sort that out and log into this system and upload my vaccination certificates. I've finally got that all done too, so that's good too. So we're going with simple cards this morning because that's all I can manage. So let me put my phone up into my holder. Let's hope it's seamless and we'll get started. So I'll turn it around now. And I'll put it up into here. And I'll make sure that that's good. Do I need to zoom it? I don't know if I need to zoom it. Maybe I'll zoom it a little bit. Ah! Okay, I'll have to pull my blind down a bit more because the sun's decided to come out. There we go. I'll put my light on. I don't think there's too many shadows and I think that's okay. Can everybody see okay? I think that's okay. Okay, so today we're going to play with... I know. I think I feel like I'm in the madhouse. We're going to play with Gorgeous Leaves today, which is in the mini catalogue. Let me find it. I thought I won't do too much Christmas because we're not Christmas yet. like I said, who starts their Christmas cards? When do you start them? When is the right time? I don't know. Okay, so this is the stamp set and bundle in the mini catalogue. It's called Gorgeous Leaves. It's on page 47. And it's got a die bundle, a die matching intricate dies. And I'm just a great lover of autumn leaves. And I know it's not our autumn, it is in the US, but I thought I just love it. And the splodge stamps, oh my goodness, they're just divine. So I thought I'd play with this bundle today. And I thought I'd go back to simple stamping because I know I've got a few people who are newbies. And I thought I'd start with simple stamping and then I'd step it up to a next level and then I'd step it up to another level. Finish their cards in July. Oh my God. I suppose with lockdown, that's probably easy to have done. I always have a stash of Christmas cards, so I only really have to make some special ones. So anyway, so this is what we're playing with today. So we've just got thick Whisper White cardstock as our base card. And we're not even doing layers. We're just using the card, the base cardstock. I think I'll go with this one. So I do have a multiple of colours here. And I think I'll go backwards. So I'm going to start with Cherry Cobbler. Now, the only thing I'm going to have to try and do is get my spacing right, which could be tricky for me this morning. Did I say start with Cherry Cobbler? I'm starting with Crushed Curry. Good Lord. And I'm going to stamp 6 times. So, I love that little leaf. And then the next one's going to be Pumpkin Pie. I probably should be cleaning. Yes, I will, because I'm going to get darker colours. So I'll clean in between stamping. And I might go this way. Oh, my pumpkin pie is very sad. It needs re-inking. Just as well I've ordered a re-inker. That's very, very sad. I'm not even going to try and fix it. Pumpkin pie, you're in disgrace. I wonder if I have another one. I don't know, but there is a re-inker on the way. This one's Old Olive. Hope Old Olive's not the same. Goodness. No. I've got an Old Olive re-inker. And then I'm going to do Shaded Spruce. So these colours are all out of the Regals. So I think my Shaded Spruce needs a little bit of re-inking. I've got a re-inker for that. It looks okay. You're kind. This one's Cajun Craze. Now I'll go this way. Beautiful. I've got an idea for my pumpkin pie in my next card. And then this one's Cherry Cobbler. Cherry Cobbler is one of those ink pads like Night of Navy that can be your worst friend. But let's see how we go. I think he needs re-inking too. Goodness. So that's what colour should we? I think I'll go with Old Olive, and I'm going to do a birthday greeting out of the Artistically Inked stamp set because I like that happy birthday. Just stick it on the block. Looks like it's just you and me, Lynn. Nice to see you again. And I'm going to focus it over here so that it's taking away from there. So that is my simple stamping card. And I'll just make sure that's nice and crisp. And I sort of spaced them quite well. That's sad. And no bling. I've got a little tiny smudge there. I could put a bling there, but that's simple stamping. Just cardstock, ink, and a stamp set. So that's that one. So I'll put that there, and I shall clean my happy birthday off. And we're gonna step it up a little bit now. So we're going to do one layer. So I've still got thick Whisper White as my card base. I like the thick Whisper White as a card base because it's more sturdy than the normal Whisper basic white. Good Lord, what am I saying? Okay. Now, let me just grab my marker, my pumpkin pie marker, and that will get me out of this bind. There we go. Say hi if you're watching. So we've just done a simple stamping card, and you can see that I need to re-ink my pumpkin pie stamp ink pad, but that's just stamps, ink and cardstock. So now we're going to step it up a little bit and I've got one layer for my card. So I'm going to do the same thing again. So I'm going to stamp my leaf, and instead of using my pumpkin pie ink pad that is a little bit sad at the moment, I've got a re-ink ordered and it's on its way. I'm going to colour it in with my Stampin' Write marker. Is that what they're called? Yes. With Stampin' Write markers, Stampin' Blends, I get a bit confused. So I'm just colouring it in with the marker, which is another way you can add ink to paper and cardstock. And I'm going to huff on it and I'm going to stamp it. And that's a lot better. So that got me out of a bit of a pickle. And I'm going, so it looks like I'm doing the same thing, but I am adding a little bit of technique to it in a minute, once I've got it all stamped. I do love this stamp set. So that's Old Olive. What was next? Shaded Spruce. I think I'll have to re-ink him up too. I could do it with the marker, but I won't. He was okay. There we go. Keeps freezing up. I don't know why, because it's still working on my laptop. I'll just keep going, and if it keeps freezing up, you can go back and watch the replay. That's interesting. Okay, this is Cajun Craze. I'm not freezing on my laptop. Oh well. And then this is Cherry Cobbler. Let me see what's happening up here. Oh, let's see. Seems to be okay. I don't know why that's doing that, Lynn. I'm sorry. Now I'm going to put a greeting on with the Biggest Wish stamp set, and I think hello would be good. I might use Cherry Cobbler for this one. Oh! So just ink up my stamp, and I'll put this over this side. There we go. Hello. And now I'm going to bring my embossing machine in. And I'm going to use the Time Worn type embossing folder. So you need plate 1. And put this stamped image in my embossing folder. And my number 4 plate, and run it through. So that's that. I hope it's not freezing now. So I've got my embossed, stamped and then embossed, dry embossed with an embossing folder. And I'm going to put that on my card. But first of all, I've cut out, before I do that, I've cut out some little leaves from the Intricate Leaves dies. So I'll just pop out those ones that didn't pop out. And I've got another glue stick. Yes. I've got some more. Got to open up a new Tombow glue. And here's my craft, my silicone mat. So I'm going to add some die cuts. So I'm just gonna, I could have put these on adhesive sheets, which if I was cutting up for a class I would do that, but I just quickly ran them through. Lovely folder. It is a lovely embossing folder. I'm starting to use it all the time, along with the painted texture one. I like that one too. So these are just going to go randomly on here. Come on, stick down. I've got some cherry cobbler on this thumb and I'm terrified that's going to make a mess on my card. I might put that one here. So, I could lie that flat. Yes, I shall lie that flat. And I'll do the glue. You've got the painted texture one. That's so nice, isn't it? I tend to keep all my embossing folders. So I don't get rid of many. Because I just think then they don't take up much space and they, you know, you can keep using them. Just being careful with this cherry cobbler thumb. Okay, so that's card number 2. That's just been stepped up a little bit. And the pumpkin pie is better because I used the marker to colour on the stamp. So that's a bit sad. So I'm just going to get a baby wipe and wipe off. Hi, Lorraine Sonberg. Nice to see you. I'm just trying to clean up a cherry cobbler thumb because I'm terrified I'm going to get it on my cardstock. Get off. It's not working. Okay. So that's my first card, simple stamping. And then the second card where I've stepped it up a fraction. And now we're going to do one more. So I've got my card base again. And I've die cut a shaded spruce leaf. Let's find the leaf here. But you will notice that this leaf isn't the same size. and I wanted a bigger leaf, so I've die cut it as well. Now where did that go? There it is. As well, out of Whisper White, thick Whisper White. And I thought I've got stuff everywhere, good Lord. Hi Jane. How are you going? Okay, so I've die cut the autumn leaf, and I've also die cut it in shaded spruce, and I've got the white one, but I'm going to use that as a mask, and I'll just see how we go. So this is stepping it up again. So I want pumpkin pie, Cajun craze, and crushed curry. So we'll start with the lightest. That's good. Glad you're doing well. So this is my yellows. So I'll just get a bit of yellow, and I'll get a scrap piece of paper for my colouring. Okay. So if you die cut it out, make it a little bit bigger so you can come in from the sides onto the shape that you're wanting to colour. You can actually put a little bit of tape down to keep it in place. So that's the crushed curry. And this is Cajun craze, so I don't want to use my yellow brush for that. Let me see if I've got another colour that would work. Maybe I'll use it. I can always clean it off. So, just make sure. Actually, I think I'll change my mind from pumpkin pie, and I might do Old Olive. My desk looks like yours. Does that mean my desk is messy, or it looks like the same style of desk? I'll just make sure this is going to... Oh yeah. I think I need to do a bit of re-inking on some ink pads today. I've got my little craft helper here. Rose is here on her pillow, supervising. Now, let me just have a little sneak peek. I might do... It's looking a bit brownish, but it's okay. I've got oranges, yes, or yellows. Make sure, messy of course, it's the creative process. It's not that messy. It's a tad messy. Okay, so I'll put my blending brushes away, and that's my mask, which I have got a little bit over here, which is a bit sad, but did this not cut out properly? Well, if in doubt, go to a spare. Here's one I prepared earlier, and it probably will look better. So this is one I prepared with the painter's tape technique that we did the other week. So I'm going to, let me see what I'm going to do. As I said, this is on the fly this morning because I'm not very organised. And that's not cut through properly. So I need to fix that. What else can I put onto this? I could do a proper stamped leaf, that's what I can do. And I'm going to colour with my pumpkin pie marker because my ink pad needs re-inking. These are colours I haven't used for a while, obviously, and I didn't know they needed re-inking. And then I'm going to get my Cajun Craze and just go around the edges. Not onto the ink pad though, that would be very bad. Onto the block. Okay, so I'll move that off and I'm going to stamp that here. So that's that. And I'm just thinking, because I want to step it up from the other card, I want to put some ribbon or bling or something on it. So I shall get a greeting from here again. So what did the other one? We did hello. So let's see. What about friend? We'll do friend. That's my husband coming in the door, making a racket. I'm Facebook Live, honey. I'm Facebook Live.
Dinner.
Okay.
See ya.
Bye.
Thanks for sorting Katrina out. She's lovely, isn't she?
I'm Facebook Live. Yeah, she's lovely. Okay, he's just been to the blood bank. Okay, friend, that looks good. You're going to Bunnings today to get the pages tape. Good on you, Lynn. I'm going to Officeworks because I need, what do I need? Ink for my printer. And a few other things. I've got the list downstairs. So now I'm going to bring in my embossing machine again. Chuck that there. And plate number 1, number 2, and 2 number 3s. Very, no, not for the embossing folder. Wrong. Number 4, and I'm going to get that lovely timeless worn or time warm tape type and put that in there. Mark can't help himself, I know. God bless him. We ordered dinners from the cafe up the road and they weren't open, so we couldn't get our dinner last night. So we've been trying to support local businesses. So anyway, he's just home from the blood bank and he picked up the dinners and everything's good. So now we've got, what have we got? Tonight, what did we order? Chicken Caesar salad, that's what we ordered. Oh, bless his heart. Now, what was I going to do? I've got this one. Do you think that's enough? Maybe it is. I was going to cut another one out, but I think that's enough. I think that's good. He's a good bloke, my Marcus. So I am going to stick this down, and once again, if I was doing this for a class, I would put adhesive sheet on the back, but I didn't think of that. I had a bit of a morning trying to sort things out, but at least I can get in and see my mum on Monday. Yay. 14 weeks. Poor old thing. She's been a bit depressed. But I can get in. So that's jolly good. Okay. So I'm going to stick that. Which way will I stick it? Maybe that way. Maybe that way. I like that way better. So I can snip off its little tail a little bit. Which I might just do there we go. Just get a little bit of muck out of there. So that's that one. And I was going to put some ribbon on it, but I don't know if it needs ribbon. But we could put bling. We could do bling. Whoops, my bling's down here. There's a bit of a gap there, so maybe that's a good gap for bling. And I might use these holiday rhinestones because I could put multiple colours on that way. I've got a green one here, and that's going to go in the gap. I've got these yellowy ones. Stick down, will you? Still can't see Matt and his girl Lucy because they're in Newcastle, and now we're back to being Greater Sydney. We can't see regional. Just a pain in the butt, really. I might use the red one. And I might put it down here. So if I was to put ribbon on it, I don't think it needs ribbon. It doesn't look right with ribbon. So shall I attach that to my card? And this time I'm going to use dimensionals. What tool is cool? The take your pick tool. Is that a cool tool? This one? I know, isn't it annoying, Lorraine? I haven't seen Matt since the end of May. Because he's a busy boy with his gym, and we were going to see him the weekend we went into lockdown. So I don't even want to know how long that's been. I suppose it's been 18 weeks, 4 months. Anyway, the take your pick tool. Okay, it is a cool tool. Let me show you what it can do. I'll just clear up my desk a bit because we don't want a messy desk. Okay, I'll put that away because I think I've finished the cards now. Okay, so here are the cards we made today. So we started with simple stamping with this one, just card, ink and stamp set. And my pumpkin pie was needing re-inking, so it's a bit sad looking. I'm going to fix that because I'm going to cut one of these out and just put it over the top. And that's how I'm going to fix that card up. Then we went to stepped it up a bit and we stamped the same. Put a few die cuts on and ran it through the timeless, time-worn type embossing folder. It's a beautiful embossing folder. It's in the mini catalogue. And then we've stepped it up again by doing some masking and shading. We stamped it and then we did another die cut, which was from a technique last week. Only because this one hadn't cut right through, so I'll put that back in my machine and cut it right through, but I think that looks better. And I put some bling on, but another step up could have been ribbon or twine. I could have done twine. So they're the 3 cards, and just how you can do simple stamping, and it's perfectly fine because I've got a few newbies that are watching these, so I wanted to just show simple stamping is easy and fun. Now the take your pick tool. It has a little, oh that's sad, Lorraine, damn. So this is your take your pick tool. Let me just find all the accessories, bring my coffee in, it's probably cold, iced coffee now. Here we go. So it's got a pokey end, and you can turn that around and make it a spatula type end. but I tend to use the pokey end most. This is the dye brush that can go in it. I'll take that out. And this is the putty tool. So hang on, I've got to get this in right. It doesn't look right to me, but because I don't use the putty tool very often at all. Let me try this one. I've got two. I don't know why I've got two. That's better. So I didn't think it was meant to stick up like that. Okay, and then it's got putty in it so that you can pick up sequins and stuff like that. It's a really good tool. It's great. I will find it in the annual catalogue and show you because I can't remember the price of it. I tend to use the dye brush and the pokey tool the most, but I can show you. So annual catalogue, here we go. Yeah, I'm hoping we're not easing the restrictions too much because that's going to be scary. No, I won't be going very far for the first few weeks. Okay, so it's on page 151 of the catalogue. Number 1, take your pick tool. It's $17. And then you've got the accessories, the dye brush bit is $15.75, and it comes with 2 heads and 2 foam mats. So that's the dye brush accessory. So you get two dye brushes and 2 foam pads, and then the putty refill. Oh, come here. So the refill is $6. So that's all the take your pick tool. So it's the dye brush and the mats are an accessory that can be added to it, but the actual take your pick tool includes 2 changeable double-ended tips with paper piercer, mini spatula, small stylus and a large stylus. Well, where are they? I've put them somewhere. I've put them in a safe place. So you get like a stylus. And then you can add the dye brush and the putty. You can buy a putty refill. So that's the take your pick tool. So there you go. So that's my Facebook Live for today. I've gone a little bit longer than normal. I try to keep them to half an hour or under, but there you go. So this is my October host code. If you want to place a $30 order and use that host code, you will get this card kit sent out to you in the mail. Everything die cut and done for you. All you need to do is stamp your images, and this one's a pop-up card, so it's a fancy fold card. So that's that class, and this class is a kit and collect. Everything die cut and made for you. You just have to assemble it and stamp your sentiments, and that's $20 if you do a porch pickup, or $23 if I mail it out to you. So they're my 2 classes running at the moment, and these were the cards we made today. Simple stamping, stepped up and stepped up again. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a great weekend and keep safe as we start opening back up. Bye.